President John Dramani Mahama has announced the procurement of 2,500 transformers for nationwide installation as part of efforts to improve electricity stability and address persistent power fluctuations. The president explained that many of Ghana's power challenges stem from outdated infrastructure that has not kept pace with rapid population growth and expanding communities. He noted that when the National Electrification Program began in the 1980s, Ghana's population stood at about 18 to 19 million compared to over 33 million today. Speaking during the inspection of transformers at Northern Electricity Distribution Company NEDCO yard in Tamale, President Mahama said the significant increase in population has placed enormous pressure on existing transformers, many of which were installed decades ago and are now unable to meet current demands. Citing Nungwa as an example, President Mahama says the transformer installed about 22 years ago is now overstretched due to the expansion of the community, leading to unstable power supply in the area. He added that for several years, the Electricity Company of Ghana (ECG) and the Northern Electricity Distribution Company (NEDCO) had not undertaken large-scale upgrades to replace aging transformers. President Mahama revealed that following a request by the Minister for Energy, Cabinet approved the procurement with support from the Ministry of Finance to fund the initiative.
We started to expand access to electricity from as far back as the 1980s when we started the National Electrification Program. At that time, the population of Ghana was much smaller than it is today. I think some 19 million or 18 million. Today we're 33 million. And it means that all our communities are expanding. And so if we take the example of the transformer in Nungwa, in Lashipi, which was 22 years old, you can imagine that the transformer was installed 22 years ago. And since then, the community has expanded beyond the capacity of the transformer. That's why you have the lights being very unstable. And for many years, ECG and NEDCO have not done a mass replacement of transformers to upgrade the power of the transformers to be able to meet the growing demand in the communities. And so the minister made the request and Cabinet approved it. The Minister of Finance came to the assistance of the Ministry of Energy. And I've acquired a lot of transformers for installation nationwide, currently 2,500 transformers. And so we're going to see stable power after this first phase. And like you said, after that, constantly we'll keep taking out the old transformers so that Ghana can have stable power. And so, like you said, I'll appeal to our people. The outages you are facing are not doomsday. It is to enable you get better quality and stable power.
The Minister for Energy and Green Transition, John Abdullah Jinapo, announced that Accra and Kumasi will be the next focal point in government's nationwide program to upgrade and stabilize electricity supply infrastructure. Mr. Jinapo said the government has already begun deploying transformers and upgrading distribution system in several parts of the country, with Tamale and other northern areas currently seeing significant installations.
Tamale, this very week, from Monday, we've already prepared the platforms and cured the concrete and everything. We are installing 30 transformers in Tamale alone. In Bole, we are installing 2 transformers. And so across the NEDCO operational area, we are installing high-capacity transformers to reduce outages, to ensure that we also deal with overloaded transformers and ensure overall stability in the supply of power. And so I want to assure you that this is not just the end of it. This is just the beginning. In Accra, we started with the primary distribution transformers. In Tema area, last week we completed with 1. We are doing about 11 in Accra. Then we moved to Kumasi, in the month of May. First week of May, we are moving to Kumasi. We are installing 4 new primary substations in addition to the distribution transformers you see. And we are wheeling additional cables to ensure that we stabilize the power in Kumasi and Ashanti region in general. And so let me assure the people of Ghana that in the energy sector, it takes a bit of time to plan, to go through procurement, and begin to deploy. The fortunate thing is that we are now at the deploying stage. And so we are installing these transformers and want to appeal to Ghanaians to bear with us. We are launching a system where wherever we are going to work, we'll pre-inform the customers so that they'll be aware. And when there are outages, please bear with us. It's for the good of it. These are very old machines or equipment that we should have worked on years ago. Be that as may, what Mr. President is directed is that we should take immediate action to address this challenge. And we are determined to address the challenge head on. And so please bear with us, exercise a bit of patience. The first phase is this 3 months. Within 3 months, we want to achieve a lot. Then we'll move to the next 6 months and 1 year. Then we keep at pace. We don't want to go back to that scenario again.